Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm overworked, when I'm overstressed, I just literally get to a place where I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. That is from getting up in the morning to going to the gym to making my way to work and then focusing on my other ventures and other things that I want to pursue outside of work. It just gets real long. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So last week I spoke to you guys all about goals, how to set goals and make sure that you're able to achieve them. Now this week I'm coming to you to talk to you about a topic that I never thought I would do on this channel, to be honest, and that is basically about how to manage stress and burnout. So a few months ago I was really going through a phase where it was just like I was overwhelmed. I just didn't feel like doing anything. I just felt like there was so much that I needed to get done and there wasn't enough time in the world to do any of it, and it was frustrating, which is essentially what leads to stress and burnout. So what did I do? I had to reassess. I had to find out where the main issues lied and try to reorganize my life and basically ways of thinking and ways of working to make sure that I was able to remove that stress and find myself in a much better space of tranquil and peace. So anyway, these are the ways I've helped myself to remove stress and burnout in my life. The first thing that I did was to basically speak to myself to take the pressure off. I had to tell myself that I'm the one that's in charge of my path, of my destiny. Don't get to a place where you're overwhelmed by your workload, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's setting it. The actions that you take, what you do and don't need to do. Focus on doing the things that you need to do to get to where you want to be in life. Things that will help you push further in your career or other outside ventures that you are working on. We all have our own journeys. Some people get to certain places faster than us, and that's just the way life goes. This leads me to the second thing which I did, which is basically that I had to realize that I cannot compare myself to others. There's no point putting unnecessary pressure on yourself because you feel like person A or person B is all the way ahead over there and you're somewhat lagging behind. Yeah, it's frustrating, but to be honest, that's just the way the cookie crumbles and you need to learn how to deal with it. There are things that you're going to be able to do better than others, and there are going to be things that others do better than you. We all have our paths, and it's just about identifying and owning where it is we're headed in life. The picture of success comes in many different forms. Somebody's success may be that they've just started up a business, whereas another person's success may be the fact that they've just qualified for something. You need to focus on what is important to you and what is going to take you from where you are currently to where you need to be in order to satisfy that feeling of success. Success for yourself and not success for person A or person B. The third thing that I had to do was remove all admin heavy and laborious sort of tasks or anything that I found that wasn't producing much fruit for myself. So that included a lot of time on like social media. For me, I found that that was one area that I was spending a lot of time, because with Instagram, there's so many people out there and experts that will tell you that, you know, in order to increase your engagement and your reach, it's good to spend 30 minutes on the app sort of going through different people's pages and, you know, liking things and commenting and basically engaging 30 minutes prior to you posting. And then after posting as well, spend an additional half an hour to basically respond to people as they're sort of engaging with your content. Anyway, yeah, it's a whole load of mess, and unfortunately I was sort of sucked into that world for a few months, and honestly it was one of the most frustrating periods because I just found myself like constantly on Instagram. To what avail? Nothing. My engagement wasn't increasing, I wasn't getting any more likes, I wasn't getting any more comments, so I put an end to it. So following on from putting an end to like admin heavy and laborious tasks that aren't producing much fruit is also the idea of putting an end to doing things that you don't enjoy doing or don't generally want to do. So example, posting every day on Instagram. There was a point when I felt so obliged to be posted every day on Instagram just to remain relevant, and this is because this is what some experts will tell you: post regularly, like post all the time so that, you know, your followers are seeing that you're constantly putting out content, you're constantly being their eye. But it's just like, yeah, that tactic may work for some, but at the same time it won't work for everybody. You need to hone in on the things that you know how to do well, what works for you, and also helps you to maintain your tranquil and peace. So back to the point, I checked myself and I told myself that I don't need to post every day. I don't need to post when I don't feel like it. And so now I only post like 3 or 4 times on Instagram because that is manageable for me. So I realized it's starting to look a bit like an Instagram do's and don'ts video, which is not what it's supposed to be. So what I will do is that in next week's video will be focused purely on Instagram, on the bad advice out there, and basically how I've stopped doing certain things to give myself more peace. And so the final thing that I did in getting myself realigned and into a stress-free zone is to actually organize and diarize the things that I do need to do. What are the tasks that I need to complete on a daily, weekly basis in order to get closer to the picture of what I want for my life, as well as the things that you enjoy doing, because at the end of the day, it's not all work, work, work. You also need to set aside time for play and relaxing and just enjoying yourself. So anyway, guys, that brings me to the end of this week's video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have done, please do give it it a massive thumbs up. Please do also leave me a comment below letting me know whether you agree on some of the tips that I've advised of just now. Is there anything you feel like I've missed off? Is there anything that you guys do? Because I'd love to learn from you also. That's what it's all about. And as always, if there's anything else you guys would like me to cover on this channel, please do also let me know down in the comments. So anyway, I'll catch you next week when I go further into the Instagram do's and don'ts and general bad advice out there so that you can stay clear away. Thanks for watching. Bye.